Good morning, Bala. We are live.
Yeah, morning, Raj. Saturday
So,
morning.
yeah,
It's a
so
pretty slow morning. Exact opposite to what happened with Rajasthan Royals batting. It was all
yeah,
hectic and frenetic.
yeah. I mean, as I said, I mean, if you ask me, now you might be wondering whether I have been scripting the IPL. I would love to, but then it's going exactly the way I planned. So, I mean, guys are turning up at the wrong time, and the right guys who are there are getting trashed.
Right.
So I mean, it couldn't go better as far as I am concerned. I mean, you
Yeah,
have
in terms of results, it's throwing up of multifarious possibilities.
yeah, everyone other than CSK still has a chance. Is what I am understanding. So
But yeah, going at the way the matches are turning out, I wouldn't rule out a few matches being rained out and CSK getting in somehow.
yeah, you
You
never
never
know.
know. No.
Yeah, so the way things are happening, it might rain in Dubai, man.
Dubai. Who
So
knows? Who knows?
and Abu Dhabi. So I think that it has come to that. So I mean, it has been a terrific tournament. And
Terrific
yesterday,
tournament. Yesterday, by the way, Rajasthan Royals came out all guns blazing. That's how
yeah,
you stamp your authority in a match, Raj. That was
yes, yes,
clear. Way Stokes started right from the first over. That's how you begin a chase of a good score. More than that, they felt liberated. That was
yes.
a certain because they had nothing to lose, everything to play for, and that's how you go about it. And they knew that Kings 11 Punjab was very vulnerable in the mind because they
Yeah.
had beaten them in the on the previous occasion, scoring a bigger score,
Now what?
220 odd.
Now I figured out. Since yesterday, I was thinking, how come this match turned out to be so one-sided? Gale did score 99, all of that true. The point is that I don't think the RR bowling take out what's his name or
Archer.
Archer. I don't think the RR bowling was
He didn't
so
exactly cover the itself in all
terrific. Yeah,
glory.
it was so terrific that you couldn't score a little more runs. You know what happened? Now I tell you, it's a secret that I am letting you in, Bala. They
Yeah.
actually had Rahul Tevatia's poster right up, strung up there.
Oh.
So, ஐயோ இவன் இருக்கானே. So,
இருக்காரு.
gone. So I think that is what happened. I mean, seriously, I tell you, because no other
Reason explains.
logic can explain what happened yesterday. So KL Rahul, after the match, I felt a little sad for him, and I felt, I mean, it was unfortunate because he says that it was due. Due was a big factor, and the toss was a big factor. Now tomorrow, if this goes on, I mean, if a captain comes and says toss was a bad factor, so I lost, which is it is like saying, boss, in our gully cricket days, you remember how it used to happen? Who won the toss? I won the toss, but I have the bat.
But exactly
So
you.
I need to bat first. So it can't be like that, right? I mean, this is a cricket match.
They say that in that advertisement where
Yeah,
Rohit Kumar,
yeah.
किसके पास बैट है उसके पास बैट
ये बैट किसका है? ये बताओ, बैट तो तेरा है. तू open कर. This is not about opening. This is about the toss is irrelevant. I mean,
irrelevant.
whoever wins the toss. I mean, we toss a coin and then who has the bat bats first.
That's first. Exactly.
So we can't have that. No, I didn't get it. So if you knew that the pitch was what it was supposed to be, the toss is an important factor. So why did you slow down? I mean, your batting was slow. Take Chris Gale out, your batting was slow.
Rahul was the major culprit. You can almost place the burden of defeat at his door.
See, I'll give you a comparison.
Forget about his captaincy, yeah. Raj. Forget about his excuses. Him scoring around 120 was the major factor when the rest of everybody else was going out. Because of him, even Gale's kind of slowed down after 50.
So one thing I'll tell you, yeah, you're right. I'll give you the numbers also. Then that will see from 1 to 6 they got 53 for 1. But what this data hides a fact. The first 4 overs they went for next to nothing.
Next to nothing, exactly.
Yeah, it was only in the 5th over they started picking up, and then they scored 53, which basically means all the dot balls. I didn't calculate the dot balls. I missed out on that today morning. I was sort of, yeah, whatever. So for me, that was the key element. See, you are playing moments in the match. The IPL, in a 20-over match, it's very simple that every ball or at least every over needs to start as an event. You need to know what you plan to do in that one over, I think.
Exactly. You plan for 3 balls. That's how you go
and
about
then
it.
As you go closer, then every ball becomes a match.
That's true.
Right. So, for me, I think that is where they lost. And you said it again, Bala. I'm again corroborating what you said. Against 53 for 1 in the first 6 overs. Rajasthan had 66 for 1. Game, settled match. That was it.
Exactly.
Next,
Because Stokes scored his runs for 200 strike rate. Sanju Samson did.
Yeah.
Forget about them. Puran, who came after Rahul, he scored his runs at 200 plus. And if he had gotten more balls, who knows? Punjab could have ended up with a bigger score. This is just a theoretical case. But having said that, Rahul needs to take the blame. I mean, it's very unfair in a sense because he has been the linchpin. But having said that, he needs to forget the toss of the due factor.
Yeah. So I think Bala will use one word that you have used at least twice or thrice in this show thus far, and I mean, sort of point it to Rahul, which is he needs to get liberated.
Exactly.
I think that is where the thing is. I mean, he is just carrying too much here. I think he needs to, he needs to just get liberated and go for it. I mean, if Gale is or whoever is there on the other end is going for it, you need to go for it too. Because this, I mean, whether you win by 8 wickets or
lose by 8 wickets doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I mean, or win.
Because the situation is, if you're talking about the early part, I can understand you being slightly cagey, circumspect.
Before you went into the match, I mean, you had the best chance of making the top. Now you have actually given away the right to a lot of other results. That is what has happened. Now that is sad because obviously we all felt for Kings 11
Punjab.
Yeah, especially me because I always called it Karnataka 11 for Punjab. So I mean, sitting in Bangalore, I feel for that. But I think somebody needs to have a word. Kumble maybe needs to have a word, or I don't know, whatever happens behind the scenes. And at least in the next match, which puts you in a quandary, Bala, because they are playing CSK.
But I'm going to back Punjab.
Okay.
As I told you.
You're leaving CSK. Yes. Breaking news.
CSK is, I mean, let's face it, man. They're out of the tournament. Might as well support somebody. I mean, they were exciting to watch in the previous 5 matches. That was a good streak within this tournament. So that was exciting. So somebody, Gale coming good is good, man.
See, the nasty me will always support the other team. So we are still balanced.
Okay.
For once, I will say, you know what? I want some fun. I mean, I just love these matchups. This is the matchup I'm talking about. On a given day, can you rise above whatever is happening out there and sort of get...
Can you punch above your weight?
Yes. So you saw the way... one of the things I wanted to talk about was... I mean, if you look at the bowling of RR, I mean, we said that they didn't really cover themselves in glory. But what happened? One thing that happened for me was this guy coming and bowling.
Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes coming and bowling.
Because Archer is always there.
Archer is it's a given. It's like, I mean, it's a bit like your... I mean, I was looking at the... I mean, we'll talk about Delhi later. I mean, we'll come to that. So Stokes talking about... I mean, he coming and bowling 4 overs, taking 2 wickets to one brilliant catch in the boundary. I think Tewatia was in the... the match. At least, I mean, he didn't bat. He bowled okay. I mean, he didn't bowl. I think he bowled only... He actually gave away the least run. Oh, no. Jofra Archer gave away the least. After that, Tewatia gave away the least runs.
By the way, Archer, I think I read one small statistic. It's slightly different. He has gone for the least number of runs in the power play as well as in the back end of the tournament. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, I mean, he is special. He is completely special compared to everybody else in this tournament. I feel he's...
And I think he is now the #1 wicket taker also after last night.
Yeah. No, is he?
I think he
was 23. I don't know. Maybe it is 23 or 23, 24. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he is top.
After Mandeep Singh's wicket, isn't he? No, I don't know.
No, he was at 20, Bala. I remember.
Okay, 20.
So he would be 22 is what I'm guessing. Kagiso Rabada is still 23 and Rabada plays today. So
he is now in the 4th spot, not even in
He is 19. So he has Mohammad Shami, about whom we need to talk. I don't think Mohammad Shami yesterday.
Oh, he played yesterday. Was he?
Yeah,
because he didn't turn up.
Someone like him did come, but then I don't think he was
an imposter.
Imposter. So he was just not there. You could see he was not there, and we know Mohammad Shami does this quite a bit.
But as a bowling unit, Kings 11 had a horrible day, far more horrible than their batting.
Yes. So that was the thing.
That's okay. That happens because one thing, the conditions didn't allow that, and more importantly, the Rajasthan Royals batsmen didn't allow
that.
Because they were all. That is the kind of show because I was thoroughly impressed. And Raj, you wanted to talk about Sanju Samson's batting.
Yeah, I mean, so after you watch the way he can bat, you need to pluck your hair out. What else can you do? See what he is capable of. And yesterday, if you noticed, every time there was the Punjab bowlers were trying to put a choke, this guy would have this very nice way of hitting a 6 and a 4, and then he's okay. Now
okay.
what?
No what?
Fine.
And almost with effortless ease.
Very effortless, and it's almost like he chooses a spot. He knows what the ball is going to be, and very nicely, and he doesn't sort of and he's not showing his strength on the ball. He just caresses the ball out of the ground.
Exactly. Almost he was feeling a gossamer.
Yes. So
the problem for India is two of their wicketkeeper batsmen makes you go gaga, gush, gaga, or otherwise, as you said, pluck your hands.
Yeah.
Both Rishabh Pant and Sanju Samson. Because
seriously,
an outstanding talent with their bat. But the butt is a huge butt.
Yeah, there are big butts. I mean, I'm not talking about.
Yes, exactly. Don't get your hands like that. Raj.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, whatever. So I think we probably. So I mean, say like you said yesterday, the whole of Rajasthan team was.
You talked about Stokes bowling before.
Yeah. Sorry. So I mean, even the last Stokes went for runs only in the last over. The first 3 overs, he was just amazing.
Exactly.
To come out, I mean, see, yesterday our colleague Gautam joked that, I mean, we heard that Rajasthan is sending Stokes up so that he comes back to form. Now that he is in form, can he come at 6? So yesterday our man decided he wants to bowl, and in the pre-match he said he actually mentioned whether his captain will give him a bowl or not. He got 4 overs. Out of 3 overs, he was brilliant. He was as good probably or equal to what Archer did.
Exactly.
And this is where the all-rounder, the genuine, this is the true all-rounder. You can actually turn the match with either bat or ball. I mean,
and Rajasthan's foreign players had a near perfect match last night.
Yes.
Smith had something to contribute. Butler had something to contribute down the order. And of course, Archer and Stokes were outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you? I mean, on paper, they are the best 4 foreign players across all teams.
Yeah, Michael Vaughan also said one more thing just to add to what you said. Michael Vaughan said, like, thank you IPL for finding us another opener. We are already crowded.
That's true. When 4 foreign players turn up, I mean, you have nothing more to ask for.
Yeah, all of them were there. So I think that was. Now, where does it leave RR? We don't know. They have one more match to go, I think. Whom are they playing? I don't know.
But RR did their own RR pretty decently because that kind of finished the match pretty early.
Yeah, so I mean, then their next matches, I mean, that match could be very, very interesting. Could actually be the decider. It's against KKR.
KKR, exactly.
So I mean, we'll see what happens. KKR seems to be that stuttering team, which is not very sure of what it's supposed to be doing. And RR is a team which
can stutter,
but suddenly seems to know what it needs to be doing, or they don't care. Whichever it is, I think it's a good.
Because last 2 matches, Stokes has stamped his character in the both the matches, so that is kind of helping them. Because the bulk of their problem was started at the opening slot because they never found a decent opening pair.
Yeah. So
somehow they stumbled onto Robbie and Stokes, which
probably leads us to our next thought that in this show would be. I think that is exactly where Delhi finds themselves. Opening.
Yeah, opening.
So now the big question is, does
Delhi go back to Prithvi Shah?
Does Prithvi Shah come back as a lucky charm? I don't know whether he was lucky or not. We don't know. But does he come back? See, Delhi's only problem is, I mean, they have, to me, the challenge is that, see,
Raj, my problem with Delhi was not dropping Prithvi Shah, but going back to Ajinkya Rahane for opening. That is my problem. See, that is not the solution for Delhi's problems on the top. See, there was a case, I mean, I can understand. It's a borderline case whether you need to drop Prithvi Shah or not. Having decided, you should go for somebody more proactive. You don't go with Ajinkya Rahane for opening.
So that is where the problem is, because see, who else is there as an opener? I mean, I think it's only Alex Carey, or you bring this guy.
But when you bring in Alex Carey, the whole team's balance gets
or else the batting order just pushes one up. So which basically means Shreyas Iyer opens.
But in the previous match, there was a case for Shreyas Iyer opening, which for some reason he actually went down
the order. I feel so. I think the same word that you used, liberation, is what is required for Delhi, because they have 2 matches and both are against gun teams. I mean, guys who are above them. So literally, they need to punch above their weight in both the matches. Otherwise, they will be at 14 and then it will be a mad rush. So as of today, the situation is their run rate is also number 3, which is why they are at number 3. It's below Rajasthan. So Rajasthan is no. What am I saying? RCB.
RCB.
Yeah. So the RCB is playing today. Is it they are playing today, right?
RCB is playing today. One of the matches.
Yeah.
You have a double header today.
Double header today. Yeah. So it is. I mean, it's a question. See, either of these guys win a match, they are safe. They can consider themselves safe. And if both of them win, then your top 3 is decided, and it's only a fight.
Raj, it's very simple.
Tough.
The equation, I'll sum it up. Right at the top, at the right of the bottom, you have 2 teams who have nothing to, because their fate is sealed either way. So the rest of the teams have to somehow win their matches. It's very
and I think the word that comes to mind is you need to play a liberated brand of cricket, which we used to play during our gully cricket days. I'll put it that way. I mean, wins and loss didn't matter. I mean, we were just going there to enjoy our batting or bowling. Whoever was the bowler would grab the ball. Whoever was the batsman would just wait for his chance. Hey, jaldi out. Let me bat. So,
I mean, whether there is an enjoyment part is going to be there, but there will be a lot of tension and stress. But you are right about playing the game without any fear or they
so
just go out and as to use the cliche that modern day players are very fond of, just go and express themselves.
See, to do that, you need to let go of your. See, today, whether you like it or not, that situation is there.
Exactly.
I mean, you cannot wish away that situation. So, what is the best way of doing it? Am I playing to the situation, or am I playing? See, now I'll give you
or the situation playing you.
So I'll give you a scenario. If, for example, if DC is thinking, okay, let me just win this, and then because that will take me to the playoffs. Somehow I'll get into the playoffs. Then we will plan. I can bet you they're not going to make it. If they think we are a champion team, we will win this very easily with these 2 matches. I'm aiming for being a table topper. Then it makes a difference. I think RCB also needs to do that. I mean, we talked about Devdutt Padikkal. That freedom needs to come in. That flair which comes in when you are in that
zone.
No, that where I don't care about. I mean, people talk about scoreboard pressure. This that. Ask Sehwag. I don't think he even knew what his score was, which is why he used to hit a 6 off.
Because RR discounted last night is a clear case.
Yeah, exactly.
The scoreboard in the event was immaterial at the end.
Yeah, so they just came and in the previous match, CSK did that. You notice how easily they did that.
CSK being an example in this tournament. That was nice to hear.
For something. I mean, I've been rooting for Jadeja since ages, man. I mean, so everybody who's watching, I mean, I'm sure they're bored of it now. So Jaddu Bhai for me I think he's the epitome of what batting should be in this IPL, at least for the rest of the matches. We'll have fun. If not, see, if you think about it, unlike Kieron Pollard, who's at the top of that top strike rates list, Jaddu Bhai has come in when there was no hope in hell in most cases. I mean, he has just sort of done something and gone away.
I mean, after the previous night's match, his ranking would have gone up.
He's over 170 now, 170, 172, 178 or something like that. So I think that is what is important. I think we'll probably will there be changes in the team? Like I said, Prithvi Shaw is one thing which we can look at. RCB, I don't know. RCB made a lot of changes in the last match. Maybe they probably have Saini back. So I think,
or perhaps because since Hetmeyer is not working for them, they may go back to Carey and try and bring him up the order. You never know.
Yeah, that is a possibility. So that's something which they can think of, because I mean, again, like, you have nothing to lose. But then can Carey do what Josh Philippe did for RCB is a question. Because if he can, then it'll be great. Because I mean, like we said, I mean, opening is a challenge, and then they also have that fifth bowler. This thing. See, the 5 bowlers.
That's a conundrum they have to sort out.
Yeah, that is a bit too much actually. So I think that is where these are the 2-3 things which I think they need to figure out. I think Hyderabad seems to be on a sort of a roll. Now that will be funny. Will Saha walk out again? If he can walk, that is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Saha, but then he had some problem last time. So I mean, we need to figure out.
No. I mean, I think that was just cramps, and he would be back. And I don't know whether he's going to be as successful as the previous match, but he will certainly walk out to open.
Yeah. So and then see Mumbai is with DC. The problem with DC is that they can bat as freely as they want, but then they need to bat as freely as they want against a gun bowler.
Yeah, but my problem with DC is with the captaincy. I mean, I keep talking about that because he comes across as very confused.
And that is which is the same case with KL Rahul also. See, these are
two instances exactly.
No, so I'm taking that equation out. We said we'll talk about it. We have not talked about it. I don't think captaincy is even happening in these tournaments. I think it is backroom operations that is because it doesn't explain things otherwise.
They have outsourced it, man.
Yeah, completely. The entire thing is being outsourced to analysts. So they are the captains, or maybe the coaches, or I don't know who is. But then definitely it's not the captain on the field. With the way, see, we have 20 overs, but I don't, the sort of things you end up doing, you see people doing, it doesn't make sense. Murugan Ashwin coming in the power play, I just didn't get it. Like, what were you trying to do? Okay, these guys are going after, but then.
I mean, perhaps Ravi Bishnoi would have been a better bet.
Yeah, at that point. Because the bowling
styles
are
hindsight,
different.
Okay.
Yeah, but bowling styles are different.
Exactly, yeah, certainly. But I thought as much, but it's, everything
you need to know that. Yeah, no. My point is, see, they need to sort of, if you are making a change also, you need to sort of figure that thing out. How are you? See, Ravi Bishnoi, the faster of the two. I mean, he bowls flatter. He does all of the things which. I mean, same thing has happened with
because
also. No?
Ravi Bishnoi bowled within the context of the match and within that poor bowling performance of Kings 11. He bowled the best over. His fourth over.
His fourth over, correct.
Just went for 2 runs and took the wicket of Robbie Uthappa.
Yeah.
So Ravi Bishnoi, on hindsight, could have been bowled than Murugan Ashwin. Unfortunately, Murugan Ashwin had an off day.
Yeah, so no, see, he had an off day because
because
two batsmen were sort of
Ben Stokes was all over him.
Yeah, so that is where the problem is. No, so the point is that I mean, see, so the issue. So Ravi Bishnoi didn't take wickets, by the way. Even I thought as much. He didn't take a wicket.
Ashwin took that wicket.
Ashwin took the wicket.
Sorry,
but Ravi Bishnoi went for 2 runs. Sanju Samson got out, so you were right, but then he got
run out. Exactly. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mixed up.
So yeah, so I mean, I saw that, and I was for me that
I was following every ball.
For me, that was a critical
professionals,
over.
Raj.
I know. Even if we sleep, we watch. And on that note, I think we should stop
because when we sleep, we still turn up on the program and talk.
Yeah. I know that would have been the next. I thought we won't say it, but then since you said it, I think we'll wind up today
because people know it.
Right. We are doing this for ourselves. I mean, the fact that we have friends watching and all, it's good. And thanks for watching, whoever is watching, and thanks for commenting, whoever is commenting. So please continue. Please go and like and watch, and we'll keep coming back. So we have the final double header of the IPL today and tomorrow. So thanks a lot. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye, Raj.